things at play. What's immediately going on? Yeah, there could have been other reasons that the grandma said no, and then the guy. There might have been other things happening at that time, at that moment, besides the boy.
Yeah.
And so that disrupting that with that event that was already in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Because who's to know that that man from Browning went off somewhere else unannounced and done worse things when he was being taken care of at that moment, at that place, at that time.
Yeah, and see, another thing is, now, around there, in that area, because there's so much witchcraft and things going on, I mean, it's a common thing there. You know about it, you accept it, you just don't mess with it, you don't ask, like I said, you don't go in certain places, you don't ask questions, especially at night. Yeah, you just know, you know the caution, you know the limits, and you don't. But usually when something's going on serious, like you said, there's larger things going on, that's when they'll show up. The grandmothers will show up. But see, another thing is, they've known me since I was a kid, so.
I know. I think backpedaling, kind of backtracking, and restarting the conversation with the word with a different connotation instead of the word witchcraft. Something along the lines of interacting with the laws of nature, as opposed to the connotation that comes along with witchcraft, where it's a good versus evil, God versus the devil. It's more, coming from it from a different, venue or I don't know what you call it, approach,
Mm-hmm.
and then thinking about it as you go through it that way. Come through the story with those eyes, with that perspective, and how the different tribes, the Blackfeet, the Yakimas, the Pueblo, the Navajos, all have a different um, role in nature, have a different interaction with nature, and have different abilities, they say, on how to counter each other when one comes to another land, and what they bring with them. That man from Browning, they bring something with them. So I think looking at it and thinking of it from that way would be a little more easier, I guess, than thinking of it.
More rational, more reasonable.
Well,
It just depends. To me, it just depends on where you were brought up. She was brought up in the same area where it was believed there was witchcraft, and it's prevalent all over there.
Mm-hmm.
And for him, he probably doesn't believe in the witchcraft, but like a darker spirit, the good, evil, and all that. So to me, it's an argument of what you believe in and where you grew up.
How about you with your two experiences? With your experience living, with the Navajo, and then here in Yakima.
She is Navajo.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
I've written it. And quit bringing that up. But yes, just like how Jessica says, down there I was raised to believe there are the good and bad spirits, but also the witchcraft and bad things happening and just all of that. And up here, you don't hear about it as much. You do hear that there are people who are, I wouldn't say witches or shaman or any of that, but they do have that type of power, I guess you can say.
Where you better be careful and
you don't go around
don't
that
make
person.
them mad at you.
Yeah, don't go around that person or don't make them mad. Don't do anything. Be nice to them.
Mm-hmm. With respect.
And they use that. they use that to scare people. They use it to manipulate them and what have you, you know, because some people are just more scared than others, so they get really terrified of it. Yeah. And that's
It's
sort of- yeah.
mostly towards the kids though, it's just a
Yeah.
thing, don't do that to that person or you're gonna get witched. Just like
Yeah.
Haver got witched by a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and like, I don't understand it.
Oh, what was that about?
She's a brat. I mean, she's a little tyrant. But Haver was picking on her, and she came over. I'm witching you.
Yeah.
Mm,
Did it work? Do you, you
She
just,
witched me with the laughter. She witched me with laughter. Every time I see her, I laugh. She witched me with good feelings. Every time I see her, I laugh. Hey, hey, hey! Oh, don't look at me. Tease her around, and she'll laugh too, because she's such a serious little girl. She's been raised around so many old people.
yeah.
She carries around that. She's bratty,
Tyrant.
tired.
But she's raised around the old people, but she's spoiled by them. So she has this little, everything is mine, and you do this. And, you do
And she thinks she has this power,
Mhm.
right?
She has.
Yeah.
So you reinforced it, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Cool.
I always tease her around, and a couple of times I catch her, I'll give her a hug, and I'm witching you, I'm witching
Uh-huh.
you. I'm witching you with love. And
Uh-huh. And she takes it
Yeah,
in
she
the right
laughs.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she laughs.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
We have a